to the best of TV Burp. Girl has phobia of Ant and Dec. On, push the button.
Morning!
Simon does a wee on Nature's Great Events. And Scottish Viagra overdose for Michael Winner on his Dining Stars. What's that noise that opera singers make when they're nervous?
As everyone said, nerves occasionally, but some great performances.
OK. Thank you, panel. The votes are in. It's decision time.
Yeah. This was new ITV talent show, Pop Star to Opera Star. Pop Star to Opera Star. So, what's the format?
Good evening and welcome to Pop Star to Opera Star, the show that does exactly what it says in the title.
Pop Star to Opera Star, exactly what it says in the title. Enough said. I mean, it's not like TV Burp, where it's not clear what the show is from the title. If you're wondering, it's a sideways look at the week's TV. So, who are the judges? Well, there's Catherine Jenkins and that bloke from the Dolmio Sauce adverts.
Meet two of the biggest names in opera.
He's not really off the Dolmio Sauce adverts, no. His name is Rolando. So, Rolando, how do you sing opera? On the Muppet Show tonight. Oh, yeah, he's good. He's good. So, who are the pop stars hoping to become opera stars? Well, there was the pop star Darius, and there was a tender moment as he met host Mylene Klaas. Neither was sure whether to go for the face kiss or the hand kiss, so they settled on a happy compromise.
Driving through the mist.
Darius seemed to have really got the hang of it, though, turning his song into a lovely piece of theatre. He genuinely seemed quite angry. Well, all right, Darius. Which brings us to our TV Burp's Pride of Britain Award, awarded to someone who we feel represents the spirit of Britain today. This week it goes to Bianca Gascoigne for her work on MTV's The Celebrity Agency.
TV Burp's Pride of Britain.
Look at the sea. He's freezing. She stuck my baby in a pram.
TV Burp's Pride of Britain.
Just what is David Dimbleby's problem with Stephen Fry?
Fry. You are a dead man.
Bit harsh. This was 7 Ages of Britain, in which Dave Dimble travels about looking at stuff from the olden days. It started with a very special map.
This is Mappa Mundi.
I wish it was Sunday. That's my fun day. It's just another Mappamundi, the oldest map of Britain.
It's not the kind of map you'd want to use if you were going on a journey because it's completely distorted.
Oh, it's not a very good map then, is it? Wouldn't fit in the glove box either. Then there was what looked like a giant dartboard.
It looks like a giant dartboard hanging in the Great Hall of Winchester Castle, the old royal palace. In fact, it's an 18-foot wide solid oak table. And the game's given away by the words in the centre. This is
an 18-foot wide solid oak table. I was interested to learn how the monks made the old stained glass windows, because I've been working on a bit of stained glass work and I've run out of paint and I'm not sure what I need to mix it up.
And now we need to paint it, of course. And we do that with this oxide paint, which is essentially very finely ground glass.
What are you going to mix it with now?
Well, now I'm adding vinegar to make it paintable into a paste, really.
Is that what they would have used?
No, they would have used urine in the Middle Ages.
Urine?
Well,
Cow's urine? Horse's urine?
No, actually, the best urine would have been that of a prepubescent red-haired boy.
Chesney! I need a bit more!
I can't go, Harry. I'm dry.
Well, just try turning the taps on. Normally works for me. I was most impressed with Dave's method of getting about. By rotating his leg, he's able to hover like a helicopter. All right, Dave?
I can't look down because I'll be sick.
David Dimbleby has been sick on me.
Harry, I've got it.
It's not my day, is it? Hey, here's a show I didn't expect to see on TV this week.
We take to the road with Muslim driving school.
Muslim driving school. Yeah, why not? Which followed the efforts of a number of Muslim women as they learnt to drive. We met Humaira, who has been cramming in as many driving lessons as possible over 5 months. So, how did her husband Asal feel as she approached her test?
I'm very confident that she will definitely get the driving license.
Very confident. 5 months worth of lessons. She must have cracked it by now. Fingers crossed.
OK, Humaira, that's the only test. I am sorry, but you haven't passed.
Oh, well. It's non-alcoholic. Yeah. It's non-alcoholic. Oh, yeah, I'm sensitive. What was she failed on? Must have been something minor.
First of all, there was the traffic lights.
Yeah,
yeah, and I put the brakes on. Yeah. And do you remember we came to a mini roundabout and asked you to turn right at the mini roundabout?
I was confused on that.
Yeah, unfortunately, you went the other side.
Jumping the traffic lights twice and going the wrong way round a roundabout. Bit picky, isn't it? Whitney on EastEnders was also having difficulty with the road signs.
Red outline means danger. So, danger, wooden fence.
Danger, wooden fence. No. No, silly, she's got it up the wrong way. It should be like that. It's a ladder.
Bradley!
It's a ladder accident black spot, that market. As the net closed in around Archie Mitchell's murderer, everyone was on edge. So it was nice to see Max and Jack Branning showing a little brotherly love and making time for a quick kiss.
She said he had blood on his hands and she saw him washing his hands. I want to know why.
I can't even remember back then.
Jack, you want to listen to yourself? I mean, who's next? What, Liam Butcher?
I was very excited that they've introduced a new character to the square. He's a black guy who hangs around the curry house. He only appeared briefly this week, but I'm sure they'll be building up his part.
Janine, don't! I've got information. It's about Ronnie Mitchell.
Yeah, it just means it never so briefly, but... Funnily enough, I think I saw him on another couple of shows this week. Was he on the bill?
She's winding up, not down. That kid's in danger.
Do I think she can talk her out?
Optimist, is she?
It's got to be worth a try, isn't it?
Let's not play this one.
Yeah, I think I spotted him on Coronation Street. And then again on Wild at Heart.
Tell me you're paying about the hour.
Oh, my God, man.
And is he paying rent to me?
I love curries. I'm on all the shows.
World War II was back on TV in a big way this week. Yeah, this is Fooling Hitler.
But the war would teach me we'd need much more than canvas planes and decoy airfields to pull the wool over Hitler's eyes.
Canvas planes and decoy airfields, yes.
Along with the Ruperts came commandos, armed with gramophones, and a sonic deception soundtrack to unnerve the enemy even further.
Gramophones with sonic deception soundtrack to unnerve the enemy, yes.
In addition to coastal flame defences, I suggest, in the event of invasion, the deployment of women on horseback issued with trumpets.
Just how easy was it to fool Hitler? Well, it turns out he was incredibly gullible, as this early footage shows. It's Hitler, you've been framed! Hello and welcome to You've Been Framed! And oh look, the Führer is taking advantage of a break in his busy schedule for a little quality time on his own. Or is he? Time for a little chat on the patio. What are the Führer's friends up to now? Uh-oh. Look out for that. Oh, my nose. Oh, my nose. What's this? Cling film over the loose seats? That is just plain naughty. Look out, Hitler. I wouldn't go in there if I were you. I said I wouldn't go in there. Hitler. Oh, well, back to the drawing board. On the restaurant this week, someone raised the tricky question of vegetarians.
You always get a goat's cheese tart if you're a vegetarian, don't you? It's a bit depressing. A pudding, some nice creamy spinach, just a little bit, it's kind of a bit rich, a bit naughty. Vegetarians are naughty as well. I know some very naughty vegetarians, so...
Yeah, like Hitler. Yeah. Hey, he was naughty. What a naughty vegetarian he was. Yeah. Heather Mills, she was a naughty vegetarian, throwing all that water over that nice lady lawyer. But which is the naughtiest vegetarian? Heather Mills or Hitler? There's only one way to find out. See you after the break. Come on, Hitler! Welcome back to the best of TV Burp. Dermot looks forward to a new series of The X Factor on First Time Voters Question Time.
What am I doing? I'm 20 grand or whatever it is in debt and I've got no job.
Pearl gets lucky on Emmerdale.
Still doesn't explain why you were fingering Pearl's ornament.
And we find out where Noel Edmonds, Richard Branson and Brian Blessed go on their holidays.
Bearded tits come here in winter.
Sorry, Noel. There was a little rhyme on Casualty this week to help you to remember to take your tablets.
You need to take 2 of those twice a day until your headache goes away.
Or as my mum's GP used to say, take 1 of these before you sleep, and pretty soon you'll be completely dependent on them, and the thought of going out without them will make you shake uncontrollably and weep. It's not all work in the A&E, though. No, there's time for games.
Look at the wave abnormalities. Look at it. I spy with my little eye something beginning with H.
But the highlight for me was a guest appearance from Russ Abbott, although in a straight role. Once a comic, always a comic. You should have seen his heart attack.
Someone? Guys?
Yeah, bring back the madhouse, I say. Yeah. It's Russ Abbott. How's the heart, Russ?
Oh, much better, thanks, yes. Oh, hang on, no, I'm having a twinge.
1, 2. It's okay, I'm feeling better.
Me too.
Oh, thanks, Russ. Yeah. Cheers. Elsewhere in Holby.
It was in the top 10.
My heart attack was funnier than yours. People think that rhyming slang is solely the province of the Cockney. Not so. We were treated to a little northern rhyming slang this week from Rita on Coronation Street.
Just let me get these down, me Norris.
Just get these down me Norris. That's rhyming slang, right? Get these down me Norris. That's Norris McWhirter, squirter. Squirty flower, shower. Shower and sink, mink, mink coat, throat. That's how it works. It was little Amy Barlow's birthday this week, and she's been through a lot recently. What with her mum in prison for murder. So Tracy and the other Barlows organised a party to cheer her up. So, who's on the guest list?
Anyway, thanks for letting us know, Eliza.
I don't believe this.
Eliza Brennan, Helen has got a toothache and cannot come to Amy's party.
Yeah, right.
Oh dear, Helena not coming. What about Patrick Booth and Georgie Leather?
Patrick Booth's got a stomach upset, and Georgie Leather's been vomiting all night.
That just leaves Lucy Reed.
Well, Lucy Reed's still coming.
Hello? Mrs. Reed, yes? Oh, bird flu. Oh, yeah. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. And while we're on the subject of the street, what's the story behind the pigeons that appear before the ad break?
I've got a scene with Fred Elliott later and we're a bit nervous.
Oh, I know what you mean.
You never know if he's finished or if he's going to say it again. It's very off-putting.
Morning, guys. You happy with the next scene? It's the bit into the ad break.
What exactly do you want us to do, Roger?
Well, you'll hear the music, and as it goes pom, 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 I want the pair of you just to jump up in the air and back down.
A little flutter?
Exactly.
Together?
If you can, yes.
A little hop up and then back down.
You've got it.
Right, let's get on with it. 1, 2, 3, and jump.
Well, there was an identity crisis on Emmerdale this week.
I'm Marilyn Monroe.
Sort of a bit Marilyn Monroe-y.
Yeah, and I'm George Clooney.
Well, at a stretch, there are certain things you have in common with George Clooney.
And I'm Britney Spears.
No, you're not. No. Which brings us to Royal Anecdote of the Week.
Royal Anecdote of the Week.
On one occasion, it was the King and Queen of Tonga. One of the horses pulling the carriage lifted its tail, and what I can only describe as a cracking explosion of wind rattled through the carriage. The Queen put her hand on the King's knee and said, "I'm terribly sorry about that awful noise." And in a flash, he leaned forward and said, "That's quite all right, Your Majesty. I thought it was one of the horses."
One of the horses. Yes, it's Paul Burrell. On ITV2's Australian Princess.
I suppose you're wondering why I'm stood here with an empty suitcase.
Don't tell me, you're off to Kensington Palace to get some more stuff. Hey? Poor Paul. As hard as he tried, the girls just didn't get the importance of good table laying.
The spoon was underneath the fork.
What? Spoon under a fork?
I had 3 peppers on my table.
I had 2 salts.
What's going on?
What's going on? Spoons in the wrong place. Surfeit of pepper pots. It's utter chaos. Call Super Butler. The problem is, he's dealing with Australians. Australian etiquette is very different to English etiquette. If you're inviting an Australian friend round, here's how you lay the table. Remember, it's paper plate, can of lager, bog roll. Even though he no longer works for her, you can tell he's still a bit wary of the Queen.
Head of the Commonwealth, defender of the faith, the Queen.
The Queen, God bless her.
She's not here, is she? Now, here's a pack of cards. I'll cut the pack, right? And now I'm going to hold that up. Memorise that card. Don't show it to me, right? Got that? Right. Ready? Look up.
In the winter, that can range from a bright winter's day to one with blizzards and severe low temperatures.
Is that your card? Thanks. That was the lakes, in which Rory McGrath guides us around the Lake District. And whilst Rory was in the Lake District, Paul Merton was in Europe. And the biggest surprise for me was learning that top TV pundit and radio DJ Danny Baker could play the accordion. Yeah, I never knew Danny could play the accordion.
We gotta fight, 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 fight for this love. We gotta fight, 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 fight for this love. We gotta fight, 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 fight for this love. If it's worth having, it's worth fighting for. Worth fighting for.
Thank you, Danny. And good luck with the new LP. That's all from us here.
Good night.
Good night.
Just brilliant. I love it. Now, for even more of Harry Hill's favourite bits, check out TV Burp Gold 3, available now on DVD. Now, there's a live trial in the final of I'm a Celebrity at 9:25. Before that, it's Club Classics Night on The X Factor next.